it's me again. I am wearing the same shirt as last week's video because I recorded 2 or 3 of these videos on the same day, so that's just an explanation for that. I'm not trying to like take Shane Dawson's brand or anything. I'm sorry, we're not even on the same level. I have like -2 subscribers. It's like 20 something million. Besides that, I just wanted to come by, you know, say hello, hi, how are you? Last week's video, if you haven't seen that, go and watch it. I will link it down below, and if I can figure out how to do the little icon thing that's supposed to be like in one of these 2 corners, I will also do that, but if not, it will be linked down below, and I highly encourage you to go and watch it because it is a good video. So in this scene, you see wood and stuff, and that's kind of like what I was talking about in the parts of this next scene that you're about to see. These materials are found all over the place on bulky day, bulky pickup day, and if you do happen to go by and get those, the pieces of wood in this particular case are kind of tiny, so you might be able to like shave them down or make planks or something out of them, you know, use it however you need to use it, and they're really, really versatile too, so that's good. Or in other areas, they have huge planks of wood and stuff, so those are also really, really good building materials. And we live in a, like, kind of, if you're gonna get the fence, which you're encouraged to do so, you have to replace it, like, whenever it starts looking bad. And we also get like a lot of hurricanes and stuff, so people are always replacing their fences around here, and they always typically, I'm looking over here by the way at the video, in case you're wondering why I keep on looking that way. People are always like throwing away these kinds of building supplies, so if you need wood and stuff for different projects, go around to different neighborhoods. Even in your own neighborhood, I'm sure people are throwing around out building supplies like wood and stuff, and pick some up. It's really, really high quality wood, you know. I'm gonna guess it's treated as well, so that's just kind of something to be aware of. But the old fencing stuff might not be like up to par, but the new materials that they just didn't need to use are really, really good pieces of wood, so if you need that stuff, I'd recommend looking into it. We're like going out and about trying to find like different pieces of like bulk items and stuff, and we found a bunch of wood, and this is a fairly common occurrence. Like, wood is everywhere, so and it's all good wood too. It's just wood that they can't use during construction times and stuff for fences and stuff. So if you guys ever really need materials for making fences and stuff, or like anything, a lot of people in residential neighborhoods, especially ones that have like fences and stuff kind of as a regulated one like my neighborhood does, throw out a lot of good fencing material, and they're all good woods too. In this next scene, we found a dishwasher, and I assure you I am not doing anything to make these like reoccurrences of the same thing. Like last week we had a bunch of different fans. I think it was like 7 fans. This week we had 2 dishwashers. This is the first of the 2. I assure you that I'm not doing this on purpose. Like, I don't know how I'd go about doing this on purpose, but it is really odd that we keep finding these things like or like more than one time in a day. I personally have not seen this, but then again, I personally have not been doing this for that long, so I would encourage you to take that because it does have a lot of value to it. You can strip it of its motor, and motors typically do cost a little bit extra. The wiring obviously is copper, which is really, really good. It is more than just like the 3 or 4 cents you might get out of tin. Also, if you can like make that money back if it is your washer, you can go to the scrappers yards or whatever, make that money back, which is always good. Or you can keep it out of the landfills, which is really, really good, and I wish that we could have done that with both of the washers, not washing machines, dishwashers. we found this time, but unfortunately we couldn't. But keeping it out of the landfill is really, really good, or at least being able to reuse as many of the supplies as possible is even better. So, you guys, so we found like this dishwasher thing, and it's clearly pretty heavy, so we can't really lift it, but one thing you can do in the event that you find something like this is, like, seeing all these wires and stuff, you can like take some pliers or anything, and then cut all the wires off, and then later you can use like this wire stripper tool that you can get at like Home Depot or Lowe's or like off of Amazon, and then you can strip it so that you can get like the brunt of the like expensive materials out of it. So we found like this grill, and sorry it's out of focus right now, but we found like this grill. Ew, it's kind of dirty inside, but yeah, that's how it looks. And down here there's just more grill parts. In this part of the video where we found the grill and you just watched us finding the grill, we actually did find I don't know what it's called, but in the little compartment below, we found, like, I think they were like steel or something. The magnet did not stick to them, so I don't know what exactly it was, but it was not made out of iron, I think. We found like these little grooved pieces of metal. They were pretty heavy. It was, I really don't know what it is in the grill thing. It's not the above parts where you actually put the meat or vegetables or whatever you're grilling on the grill. I think it was steel. I think my mom told me it was steel, but that's another really good find, especially because it was pretty heavy and it the magnet did not stick to it, so that means that it wasn't like tin or anything, which means that it's probably going to be a higher price for it. That's a really good find. I wish that we could have taken the grill. We found a bunch of big items this time, but we couldn't take them, unfortunately. But if you do start like scrapping and stuff, that's a really good thing, that if you have a truck or something and you can lift that stuff, then it, you know, you'll find a lot, and you'll probably end up, you know, also making a lot, because, you know, when you go and sell it, it's per pound, and these items are very heavy, so you'll get a lot per item. So in this next part, we found a vacuum cleaner. We also found another vacuum cleaner later, and I believe that I said that we found like 5 or 6 other ones, and do not take these home. I don't know what I said exactly in this video, but do not take them home. We never take them home. There's risk of contamination from like people who might not clean out their things before throwing it out. You know, a variety of other things, plus bed bugs are a really big possibility from like foreign vacuums or other people's vacuums going into your home, so do not take them into your home. What I would recommend you do is take like a pair of pliers or clippers or something, and then just cut off the cord, and then you can get like this stripping tool that strips like the outside parts from your cord and other, you know, stuff to get the copper and the wiring out of it. It's a really inexpensive tool to get from like Home Depot or Lowe's. They're available on Amazon. If you're looking for like an even cheaper option, again, Amazon pretty much always has like a good cheap option. Harbor Freight also does. The most common item that you're probably going to find in any of these like trash hunting adventures that you go on is a vacuum cleaner, and we actually have like a bunch of vacuum cleaners right now, and this is another one to add to our vacuum collection. And so we found a TV. Oh, look, okay, so we found this too. It was like literally just laying on top of it, and these are like circuit boards. Yeah, they're circuit boards, and they're actually quite expensive, right? Yeah. And they're really good too, so that's actually quite a find. dishwasher. Here's another dishwasher and a TV thing. So these things have like mercury and other not so safe things, so we're not going to take it. We're just going to take the wiring out of it. But yeah, this is a pretty good find. This was the other washing machine that I spoke to you earlier about. Luckily this person had taken the cord out, as well as the little software board. It's failing me right now, I cannot remember what they're called, but the little board that I showed you in the thing, they had taken that out, and those are also, you know, worth more than just ordinary tin. We did not take this TV, and that's because we didn't have the necessary tools to like open it up and get the stuff out of it, so we did not want to take it. And you know, do not smash them. First of all, you're gonna potentially get glass all over the place, plus like mercury and lithium and a lot of other not so great for you objects do or you know, things are used, materials are used in these kinds of electronics, and that's never a really good thing to expose yourself to. You know, a lot of cancers, a lot of diseases, a lot of different problems down the line can result from extended exposure to those things. So you know, if you have the tools to get the screws out and, you know, be able to get what you need to get from these things, take them. Otherwise, I would not recommend personally taking them, because that is it's a potential health risk. You know, as I said in last week's video, always be careful with what happens and what you're doing and exposing yourself to. Take the objects and stuff, if you have the tools to get them properly opened and be able to get the materials inside out. Otherwise, just take what you can and then go, I guess. Yeah, these are dirty fans, but we found 2 more fans, and I don't know if you guys have seen last week's video. You should go and watch it if you haven't. But we found like 7 fans last week, and like I guess we're increasing our collection now. We found even more fans. That brings our total amount of fans to 10. 9 of which you guys have seen us getting. That's pretty much it for this like scene, so I'll see you guys after the next one. So we found 2 lamps. I mean, we don't know if they're good or bad lamps. We're hoping that they're good, but you know if they are good or not later. But at the very least they have like wiring and stuff, so that's a positive sign. This part is where we found the lamps. Those were really nice lamps, actually. I like the design and stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't really need lamps in our house, so we didn't take them. As you can see, there's also like a desk, which is also a really nice desk. Looking back at it, it's pretty nice. We didn't have the space in our car to take it, or we didn't really need it, so we didn't take it. But yeah, so we just cut the cords and stuff. But again, I need certain things. You can go out and potentially find them in the bulky items around your neighborhood, around like your apartment or anything, and you can use those things instead of going out and having to buy them new, or even used from like Goodwill or a thrift store or something. And usable, pretty good materials. So stuff, you know, I don't recommend you just take everything willy-nilly. Like, there is always the possibility of getting different materials and stuff for absolutely free, and being able to repair your own stuff with those or get new stuff with those. So, you know, keep your eyes and ears open is something that my mom always says about your surroundings, because you can always find stuff that you may need in your surrounding neighborhood and stuff. We actually found like a really good like a jackpot right here. This is purely just wires and lighting systems. Now those wires are actually really good because they don't take up that much space, because we're kind of running out of space in our garage right now, and they have a lot of different materials in them, so it's really good that we found this. We found were extremely heavy even after we took off the light bulbs and stuff. So using the de-stripper tool that I was telling you guys about, that's always a good find that you can make. In the next scene, I'm just recording these together instead of just bothering you guys like in between everything, making it very choppy. In the next scene, we found a bucket, and we would have taken that bucket, but it had a little crack in it, so we didn't take it. But we have found buckets and stuff in other houses and other days that do not have like the cracks and stuff in it. They just wanted to get rid of it, I guess. So we have taken those, and those are always good. We didn't take the blower thing just because it looked kind of dirty and gross, so we didn't want to take it. The shelves were another really good thing that you can take if you need like shelving and stuff. So we cut the cord off of the vacuum cleaner, and again, I do not recommend you take vacuum cleaners home because of the potential to get like bed bugs and stuff from them. Here's what we found, another vacuum cleaner, so here it is. We also found this bin. So we found this bin, and it would be a nice bin to take, but it's a little cracked, like I was just telling my mom. So there's no real point in us taking it. But yeah, we found another vacuum cleaner and a blower, I think. So that's pretty cool. This is just a fire pit thing that we found. I think that it's not copper like a lot of these are though, because it's rusted, so there's no real point in taking it, at least for us. But you know, yeah, it's a really nice steel. So I actually found this microwave. Microwaves are also really good, and they're pretty heavy, so this was another really good find. We found a lot of really good things, and in this section we found two things. We found a microwave and a fireplace thing. The fireplace thing was, you know, it looked pretty nice. It didn't take it because it's pretty heavy, and there's and if it was like a different kind of material, we would have taken it. But it was a very nice fireplace. Like, I really liked it. I liked the designs and stuff on it, and just a little bit of cleaning, maybe a fresh coat of paint, some like lacquer or something to make it shine again, or to like just give it a fresh life. And the microwave, we aren't going to use it. We're just going to keep it, and then later like go and like, I guess, scrap it or give it to our town's like big electrical thing that they have once a year. They give, like, exchange it for money. Like, if you do need something, you do find microwaves, you do find TVs, you do find a lot of these different things. Like I've always said, please make sure that you sanitize everything, because you don't know what other people do with their stuff, and it might be like a health risk, especially with certain materials like the vacuum cleaners, like couches. You know, make sure you sanitize everything, make sure you clean everything. So that's all that I have for you guys this time. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. Make sure you go and watch last week's video. I linked all different kinds of social medias down below, so feel free to follow me on any of those. You know, send me a hello, you know, whatever. I'd love to, like, you know, talk to you guys, interact with you guys on different platforms. So I hope you guys have a great day, and goodbye.